And welcome back to the program. As I mentioned before the break, we're now joined by Pensacola Sports. Dominique Whitehurst is our guest from Pensacola Sports. Dominique, thank you so much for coming on the program today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Tell us about Pensacola Sports. I mean, the name probably says it all, but for people who aren't familiar with your organization, what does Pensacola Sports do in our community?
Well, for first, a lot of people think that Pensacola Sports is like a youth athletic league, but we're not. I mean, we do have our hand in some athletic leagues, but we're not the sign up your child for softball or sign up your child for football, which is people automatically think of us. But we are Florida's first and oldest sports commission. We are a nonprofit sports tourism organization, and not only do we aim to educate and bring events here locally, but we aim to educate and bring in sports tourism by bringing events like the Sun Belt Conference, like the NAA lacrosse and other events here to Pensacola, because Pensacola is beautiful. And so we love to use sports as a way to bring people to visit, compete, and stay.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of great events, a lot of things that you put on yourself. Double Bridge Run and several others that we're going to talk about here in a few minutes. But yeah, bringing in those other events like the Sun Belt and the recent announcement with the SEC women's soccer.
Yes.
I mean, those are just huge events that you guys have been successful bringing to Pensacola. So thank you for everything you do for that.
Thank you.
And you know, bringing that tourism here. A lot of people don't think about sports as a tourism tool, but you guys definitely have shown that it is.
Yes.
So let's talk about some of the events that you guys have coming up. You know, a lot going on during the year, but then summer is right around the corner. So you know, I know you got different camps and things for kids over the summer, and a lot of other events. So let's just start with the end of the school year in the high schools. You have an all-star series for them. Tell us about that.
Yes, and so like I say, it's never a dull moment here in Pensacola Sports, because right when we get done with one event, we're hopping right into another one. So starting May 31st, it kicks off our youth summer clinics. So we have our racket roundup, which is going to be from May 31st until like the end of June. And basically what that is, it's a free youth clinic for ages 5 to 12 to introduce themselves to the great sport of tennis. And so local tennis professionals are going to be able to teach the kids the basic fundamentals. It's a creative way for kids to do something different for the summer. It's a way for them to introduce something that they probably want to take further on after the clinics. And so throughout the month, there's going to be different locations. So starting from May 31st to June 1st, they're going to be at the Roger Scott Tennis Center. And then on June 14th, we go to the Pensacola Athletic Center. And then on June 17th, we're going to be over at the University of West Florida at their tennis courts. And then wrapping it up and ending it's going to be on June 29th, which is going to be at the Gulf Breeze Shorelines Tennis Park. And so like I say, we're all going to be out all around Pensacola. So it gives opportunity for all the kids. No, you don't have to consult to one area. So it's going to be a great time. It's going to be a joy to see the kids. If you don't have the rackets, it's okay. We do provide rackets for those who may not have those. But like I say, it's free. I know people want to get their kids out the house during the summer, so it's a perfect time. And then right after that, you can roll on over to July, which then we have our Kickstart Soccer. And then so for 3 days from July 12th through 14th over at the Brent Raiders football field, children get the chance to be introduced to soccer. Whether you play soccer, whether you don't. I have a nephew who plays soccer, and I'm very excited to sign them up for this event. It's a fun way to kick a ball, learn some defense. You learn from a lot of great volunteers that come and help teach the kids. So it's going to be a fun event for the little kids for this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Two great events and ways for kids to get introduced to this sports, like you said. How can people sign up if they want to have their children involved?
Yeah, so you can always follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It's all Pensacola Sports. There's always constant links there to sign your kids up, or you can literally go to pensacolasports.org/ either racket roundup or / Kickstart Soccer. Either page that you go to, it will automatically take you to the link to sign up, and that's where you can choose to sign up for Kickstart or Racket Roundup, or you can pick both. I would say pick both. Pick a date that works for you. We'd be more than happy to get you guys to bring your kids out. And so, like I say, it's multiple ways to sign up, or you can always just reach out to us and we're able to give you the link to sign up.
Okay, and so that's the kids stuff, but also in the month of June. kind of mid-June, you guys have a huge event that takes place out at Pensacola Beach,
Yes.
the fishing tournament. Tell me about that one.
But before the fish tournament, we have our high school all-star
Yes.
baseball, softball
Right.
game. And so the baseball and the softball high school all-star series wraps it up. And so that is the last two games of our series. And so on June 2nd, over at Pensacola State College, we'll be having our baseball, which starts at 6:30, and then our softball will start at 6. And so it's just exciting to see. It's the big last hurrah, the big competition between our West High School seniors and our East High School seniors to see. I mean, of course, it's not really a competition, but who doesn't like a little friendly competition? I always look at it to see who can reign supreme. I'm always trying to keep count. Okay, right now it's the West up 1, it's the East up 2, and so during the basketball, I think the East boys took home the win for basketball, and the West girls took home for basketball right now. So right now it's who's it going to be, but in the end, it's always just fun. It's just a great moment. I'm glad Pensacola Sports is able to give an opportunity for scouts, friends, and families to see these talented scholars that we have, talented athletes. So
Yeah, absolutely. Great events. And like I said, it's a series all year long, and it's a
yes.
great way to honor these senior athletes in the community. And yeah, you're right. So like you said, you guys always have something
Always.
going on. And I jumped the gun between Racket Roundup and the All-Star Series, but there is the fishing rodeo coming
Yes.
up in June, right?
So we have the Bud Light Fishing Rodeo, which was going to be June 24th until June 27th. And that is an opportunity for anglers to win prizes, door prizes, cash prizes, and 21 fishing categories. And then aside from that, we have two challenges, which is our Step 1 Automotive King Mackerel Challenge, and as well as our Inshore Challenge. And that's a separate pot where you can either find the biggest king mackerel, or you can find the biggest inshore grand slam, and then you'll be able to have more prizes and cash opportunities there as well. And then aside from that challenge, that we have our youth rodeo and our junior challenge as well. And so that's the youth is sponsored by Academy, and then our juniors is sponsored by Outcast. And so it gives opportunity for the kids to get involved. It's always fun to see the kids, carrying the big fishes, trying to weigh them. And it's always a great prize. I mean, it's great to get to go out, fish, relax, and then come back and weigh in, and probably have opportunity to win some great money, great prizes. So it's always a great event for that one.
Yeah,
I always look forward to that event.
it is always a great event. It's definitely one of my favorites. I've fished it since 1991, so it's been fun watching my son go through it and get to where he is, and winning a couple years for various different categories. It's always fun to watch him, and then the little kids when they win a prize and watch their reaction, just how excited they get about doing that. But Dominique, thank you so much for joining us. We are out of time, but I really appreciate you coming on and telling us about everything going on at Pensacola Sports. And of course, like you said, visit the Facebook page, visit their website to get more information and everything we talked about. Again, thank you for coming on today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll be joined by Make-A-Wish Foundation.